think for Republicans to have a little pop culture advantage and a little fun.
We're not talking about fun. We're talking about
criminal investigation should not be fun.
That's not fun.
It should not be fun.
There's a lot of evidence. That's the point of the investigation.
President Trump has said that he wants an investigation of Oprah, of Beyonce and Bruce Springsteen related to money that he seems to think they were paid to endorse Kamala Harris, and he thinks those are illegal payments if they happened. That is, if they happened. Oprah has already denied that.
Oprah said it's not true.
So the trolling goes beyond just calling for investigations. Today, President Trump took things a little bit further with a little produced video.
So the golf ball, he hits the golf ball, and
then
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's funny.
It's funny, but he's the president.
Yeah, I guess I'm not looking to the president for funny skits.
Oh my God.
And while he posted it as a joke, I mean, if he's really gonna have the DOJ go investigate these people over this, is this? I feel like this is him barking up the wrong tree, especially. Well, look, let's get into this. Joining us right now is our good friend Michael Knowles, who, of course, you know from the Daily Wire and his podcast, The Michael Knowles Show.
Michael is fantastic.
He's great.
He's a great voice.
But Michael,
come on.
Get out of here.
Come on. This is below him. Isn't this below The Office?
I want to be totally clear. I love the Bruce Springsteen video. You say you don't want this from the president. Mm-hmm. This is below the president. Well, then you shouldn't have elected Donald Trump. If you don't want these kind of funny skits and trollish videos, you should not have elected the greatest entertainer of our era. I love it. I think it's great politics.
Okay, look, Michael, let's get real for just a second. The thing that all three of them have in common is they were his political enemies, that they didn't want him elected. They all supported Kamala Harris. They all showed up for Kamala Harris. He hated Taylor Swift for that very reason, but he's using the Justice Department to investigate, not coincidentally, the people who were against him. And isn't that retribution?
Isn't that what he's been calling lawfare? This is lawfare.
Doesn't retribution belong outside of our justice system? And I'm really being serious here.
Well, the first purpose of the criminal justice system is retributive justice. Just off the bat, criminology 101. But even beyond that.
No, it's not eye for an eye. It is not eye for an eye. It is not.
No, but you only punish people because they do something wrong. It's not primarily rehabilitative, though that's part of it. It's not primarily deterrent, though that's part of it. It's primarily because you do something wrong.
Right.
Otherwise, we could all be in jail because we all need a little rehabilitation.
Well, then it wasn't lawfare when he's been, the president and all of his supporters have been saying President Biden was committing lawfare and that he was running all these investigations into President Trump. And he said, President Trump, when he's elected, we're getting away from that. That is not what we want the DOJ to be about. So what's happening?
Yeah, so this kind of investigative work goes back a long way. Back during the Obama era, I was part of a group that was associated with the Tea Party. Barack Obama sicked his IRS under Lois Lerner to go heavy after all of the potential Tea Party groups.
And that's wrong. And that's
totally
wrong.
Uncontroverted.
And that's wrong.
Sure. Joe Biden was investigating Catholic churches. That's another group that I'm a part of, and it was suing nuns and going after Catholics pretty hard. So in this case, you say, okay, well,
he's
Trump
also
just
Catholic,
doing exactly
so that doesn't. He's Catholic.
Yeah, he says he's Catholic. I don't know. He sure has a strange way of showing it.
Okay.
But so you could say, okay, is Trump just doing the same thing that his predecessors did? I don't think so. The lawfare that we saw under Joe Biden, where the former president, top political rival at the time, was prosecuted on 4 different fronts, had his house ransacked. That is a totally other level. Here, what Trump is suggesting is there might have been a campaign finance violation, which, by the way, Democrats and Republicans are investigated for all the time.
I mean, my God, Michael.
I don't know, guys. How much does it cost to do a podcast?
Michael, he is on the White House, in the White House driveway, selling Teslas to his biggest campaign donor.
He's doing productions.
He was buying Teslas. So look, there will be
You're
an investigation,
smiling. You're
and we'll
smiling.
see.
Michael, come on.
Does it cost hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to put on a podcast? I don't know. Maybe we're just more efficient than the Kamala Harris campaign was. They'll investigate it like they investigate every presidential campaign. On the broader point here of Trump in the White House going after pop culture figures, I think this is brilliant because you can have all sorts of wonkish policy debates, and those happen. But one of the big advantages for Democrats for my entire lifetime was Democrats owned the pop culture, they owned the media, and they would use it as a cudgel against Republicans. Then all of a sudden you get Donald Trump, top-rated network TV star, guy who's been in movies, just a huge pop culture figure. He is, weirdly enough, a bigger star than the people that he's going after. And I think for Republicans to have a little pop culture advantage and a little fun and a little entertainment,
but this
that lets us talk to a
Michael,
lot of
hold on. We're not
voters. I
talking
think it's
about
great.
fun. We're talking about
Criminal
the Department of
investigation
Justice.
should not be fun.
That's not fun.
It should not be fun.
There's a lot of evidence. That's the point of the investigation.
No, there isn't. There isn't.
There is a lot of evidence that Oprah Winfrey's company took a lot more money than was necessary to put on that event, and maybe, especially at a time when you had the Biden administration going around the world shaking down foreign leaders to enrich the Biden family, maybe there was a little graft. Now, I'm not saying there certainly was graft, and I agree with you that investigations create a chilling effect, but we can't only have that chilling effect made on ordinary conservative Americans at the behest of Democrats. You've got to make sure that it's a fair playing field for everybody.
We got to wrap, but I thought it was interesting that you would bring up Biden shaking down foreign leaders on the very day when the Trump administration
gets the jet,
got the keys to the
for the
747
government.
from
That's
Qatar.
right.
For the government,
not for the government,
not for the government, not for the government. You know it with him when he leaves office, and you know it.
That. Come on,
Michael. We will talk to you next week. Look at this. He's laughing. He's laughing because he knows.
I'm laughing because of all the victories. I love it. It's great. It's total vindication.
Okay, Michael. We'll see you next week.
Good to see you guys. That was a great clip. Now stop, ring the bell, subscribe. We'll see you next time.